Need a ticket update?
Yes.
I think listeners already know this. I can't remember, though, because I don't know. I definitely was keeping my mouth shut during contract negotiations, but I've been advising ticket personalities for 2 to 3 years now, maybe a little longer, on employment issues. And before you say funny jokes about what a terrible employment lawyer I am based on the outcomes my friends have achieved, just know that I'm representing Dan and Jake in the specious lawsuit that Cumulus Media has filed, the Media Goliath has filed against our two favorite Davids. And that has been a blast. It's not a blast for them. You know, this is always the problem being a lawyer, is that this case is super important. It's super interesting, and it's for people who I really care about. And so that feels great to me. I have to keep in mind that it doesn't feel great to probably anybody else.
To go through that. Yeah. Well, and I don't, for those of us who were listeners of the Hang Zone and have found ourselves just, I don't know, my lunchtime routine has just been completely ruined by this. Which,
you're not listening to Mino and Monty?
You know, no, I'm not yet. No.
Yeah, you need to give them a listen. Sean Bass, I think, is the other host of that. But, man, I think Mino and Monty have something.
Okay, yeah, to replace the Hang Zone. And what they've got their show on YouTube currently, right?
And podcast networks. You can get it in audio only, or you can watch it on video. Yep. It's on their YouTube channel, The Dumb Zone.
The Dumb Zone.
So I just want to tell the funniest part of this story. The Hang Zone didn't have a logo until a listener created a logo for the show and sent it in. Totally free. It's I've been speaking with my friends in the intellectual property space, and I've come to learn that is called fan art. And there's lots of law dealing with fan art. And anyway, in the lawsuit that Cumulus filed against Dan and Jake, they claim that because the Hang Zone used this piece of fan-generated art,
intellectual property,
that it became the property of Cumulus. And that therefore the other funny logo that a different listener made for them when they started the Dumb Zone, where they took the previous iteration of the fan art and scratched out Hang and wrote in Dumb, which is super funny, that Cumulus also owns that logo. So one problem for Cumulus. Where did the fan get the original house image logo to start making the Hang Zone logo?
Do not know.
It is the logo from the movie poster from the Fine Cinematic Performance House Party by Kid and Play.
Okay.
And so nobody owns this logo. It's a piece of fan art, and it's either like being used in a fair use type situation, or it's actual like theft of intellectual property, but it's not Cumulus's intellectual property. Guess who owns House Party now and is making sequels?
Oh, who?
LeBron James.
Oh, interesting.
So I don't think King James is going to intervene in our lawsuit, but maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
It would be interesting. Man, the twists and turns that.
Anyway, frequent listeners to IJB or the Hang Zone will know the name Matt Brunig. He's a labor lawyer, former National Labor Relations Board lawyer, runs a think tank, and he has crafted our National Labor Relations Act strategy, which we are very proud of, and we think will be the subject of upcoming national media.
Wow.
So I'm doing my best to manage the legal resources that Dan and Jake have at their disposal, which turn out to be rather substantial. And I'm letting smart lawyers be really smart.
Man, that's awesome.
And they're still letting me put my name on the pleading.
You get to fight for the little guys against the evil behemoth.
It's rare that you get the chance to do that in American law because we typically make the economics work better for the Goliath than for the David. But in this instance, we're going to have some fun. I think Dan and Jake are not going to have that much fun, but I'm going to try to minimize the pain for them.
Yes. Yeah.